good player. He's known for playing black-red mid-range mainly, but he 5-0'd of this last week. And I figured we'd give it a try. It's pretty light on removal spells in the main deck, but that's where I would want to be with a zombie-style deck. Liliana's Mastery is still amazing. I'm actually surprised that it doesn't have more than one Liliana Planeswalker in the main deck. It not having an extra Contempt or two in the sideboard's a little odd to me as well, but overall I like the look of the list, and I kind of want to see how good it is. It's got a lot of good 2-drops and a lot of good 3-drop lords, so hopefully it'll be fun. I mean, we kind of got 12 lords in the deck. Hey, McCarty, what is up? Wow. It's just not going to keep this hand in an aggro deck. This hand's probably worse, but whatever, we'll try it. I have no idea how good it is, but the player who 5-0'd with it's pretty good, so figured we'd try their list since I'm kind of short on time right now. Oh, we don't have one of our 3 removal spells, so that card's going to be torturous. Everything seems to be Nicobolus mid-range right now. Like, it just seems to be all over the format. That's so annoying. Let's start with this one because it can't be magma sprayed. Nicobolus is going to be the real deal, I think. The 7th land in your aggro deck. I know we play 25, but this is still not where you want to be ever. Because he'll have another removal spell. It's almost hard for him not to if the type of deck he's playing. But we have 0 cards and they have up to 6. I can't imagine us ever being able to win from here. Mulliganed on the draw and flooded, so all pretty bad signs. Guess they have a Gear Hulk if they're making this attack. Or they're just winning the race and don't care. Alright, well, that's enough of that. So this is decent here. What do we think about this? That card's okay. I think this card's okay. I think this card's okay. Actually, I think this card's kind of decent. Definitely don't want this. Do I want this? It's a creature that can come down, attack and stuff, and kill glint sleeve siphoners, or like Whirler Virtuoso tokens. I don't think so. Just not bringing into discard. They're too creature heavy now, I think, to rely on discard. Maybe this card's bad then? On the draw, I might try to Duresses, the Doomfalls, and the Eldest Reborn, but on the play, I'm just going to try to get them. This hand's considerably better than the hands we've had. And by hands we've had, I mean we've had exactly one hand, so. Considerably better, we say. Their deck is kind of like mono removal spells, though, so. I imagine that none of this stuff really matters. So either way, we can play a Lord next turn, which is kind of sweet. Or if for some reason we don't think this die would die, we could play just two things. Probably playing the two things either way. Yeah, I'm just playing the two things either way. Assumed they're going to Magma Spray? Yeah. I got a Graveyard Marshal I got to put on eBay before I forget. This is not the type of deck that our little Zombros are going to be particularly good versus. So even if they double block, all they do is like trade this and take 6. I think we're fine with that. The attack your face for a lot plan seems to be reasonable. So nothing we draw next turn other than our 5 drops is bad. Because if we'd even played a land, we could have played this and got this back. All zombies gain menace is kind of sweet. That might do something if like he has another Whirler Virtuoso or something. Just attack with them all too. He's like going to trade one here, but then he has to chump block the other. If he's got a Magma Spray on top of it, that would be kind of frustrating, but other than that, we don't care too much. Guess he has a Magma Spray too? This block doesn't make sense to me. Unless he has exactly Magma Spray like we were just thinking. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. Graveyard Marshal does pretty nice work there. Alright, so do we want to try the slower route on the draw? So we're on the draw now. We can keep doing what we just did, but like it feels like we barely got through with what we did. Doomfall's not particularly great because of the Whirler Virtuoso though, and that makes the Elder Reborn not particularly good. And I don't know if Duress is that good, because like Duress is always just going to take a removal spell or a counter spell, and like we could just have zombies that do that. Like we could literally just cast a zombie and it does that. Wish you were a zombie. Maybe you're not good enough. No, that's just too cute. Trying to be too cute over here. Just run it. We attack. Brains or something. I don't think I want to discard spells unless they're actually playing something like Settle the Wreckage and Fumigate. Primarily Settle the Wreckage, though. This hand's nothing that I'm happy to keep, but we will easily keep it. 3 creatures, 4 lands. Have to keep that. I mean, we have a 25 land deck, so it's just going to draw a million lands sometimes. I think we have to have that many lands if we're going to play Liliana's Mastery, though, and I think Liliana's Mastery may be too strong not to play, but like maybe we shouldn't play it. Recycling of Fetid Pools. Hopefully they don't also have a Magma Spray. Cycling of Pools main phase would have kind of like made me think they did, because then they're not even bluffing anything. I guess they didn't. Like a Bolus, we'll just discard a Swamp here. Death Barons. He kind of has to block. I think killing Nicobolus is okay. He's got so many removal spells, I think not tapping that just seems bad. Could just have Scarab here. We'll be a little sad by it, but wouldn't be the end of the world. Ooh! That's a good one. Short. Happily trade this for the Virtuoso. Especially since ours comes back when we want. This is round 1, game 3 Glorybringer, so it's way too early to tell. It's just like way too early to tell. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks, because we really wanted that Graveyard Marshal. Yeah. We'll still have a graveyard marshal, apparently. So even if we draw a land next turn, it's like not bad for us because we can double activate the marshal, assuming he doesn't have a removal spell this turn, of course. If he has a removal spell this turn, we're pretty wrecked by it. Nothing they can really buy back except for these. Well, that's unfortunate. We needed them not to have that one. I guess we just start attacking face. Maybe we just attack Liliana. Liliana puts out a new blocker every single turn. Problem is, if we just attack Liliana, he's going to ignore it. If we attack for these, he may double block. Does double blocking do anything? We'll just attack Liliana, I guess. We're going to have to hit another powerful spell this game. We'll probably need to hit our Liliana. Or one of our two contempts. Or our never. We sideboarded a never end, didn't we? No, we did not. So it's just two contempts. Yeah. That's the block I kind of expected there. I messed this ordering up. They could have Supreme Will, so I should have cast the Diagraph first. They're attacking us now. Don't like that. Not super sure what that even means. Because I don't think flipping Nicobolus is great here. Oh, they get to get the Liliana back. Wow, I guess it was a lot better than I was thinking. So we attack everything at the Nicobolus now? So we either get to kill Nicobolus or we get to kill his three things. Either one's pretty good. I like how, hey George, what's up, man? I like how the Liliana Ultimate will not kill our zombies. We have to be dead now, though, right? They have multiple planeswalkers. They have to block multiple things again. Yeah, that has to be games. We have to hit exactly Contempt this turn to even play on. Think we can scoop if we don't hit Contempt this turn? I guess we won't scoop because of that thing. I guess we're going to need more Contempts then. We just lost Game 1 and Game 3 to Scarab God. There wasn't really anything we could do about it either. So, yep, super far behind. can't even envision anything. Yeah, Grixis deck seems fine. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it seems fine. Like, the red spells are so bad that I don't know why you would want to play Grixis instead of just, like, splashing Nicobolas in your blue-black mid-range deck. Like, cards like Lightning Helix and Abrade just are not good cards. And they're not nearly as good as... I mean, they're, like, fine. They're removal spells, but, like, Fatal Push is better, Cast Down's better, Murder's better. You know, all these black cards are better, so, like, using the red removal doesn't make sense to me. It also means you need red earlier in the game, which can be wonky on a mana base as well. Like, if I was going to play a Nicobolas deck, which I may try to stream one sometime Tuesday, I think it should look closer to this. Not saying this 75 is perfect, but I just think this style of deck's better. Like, I think playing these black removal spells are just better than playing the red removal spells. And it makes your mana significantly better if you're just light splashing for this. So we're on to draw. We have 2 1-drops and a removal spell. Sure, I'll try it. If we hit lands, we'll probably go off with this hand pretty good. If we don't hit lands, we'll have a problem. But considering we had 3 spells we could already cast, I thought it was worth the gamble. Swing and a miss. Gender pronouns? I don't know what you mean. Played a weaker one first. I like how this card's basically a 2-drop or a 5-drop. It's just whatever you need. So, like I said, another Grixis deck. They're basically everywhere on Magic Online at the moment. Because a lot of people complain about getting misgendered, so they have those things in the names so that hopefully the chat will be more respectful if they don't know. And that could be game. It's probably not game, I guess. Like, our hand's still pretty good. We're still, like, at least playing Magic here. Now that one's the one that's game. So we basically have to hit our exactly 1 contempt or we're dead now. Well, we won't be able to come back from Scarab God, so like Scarab God's just going to beat us again. It's like a world that if they have nothing, we're fine. That wasn't nothing. That's just them getting back another graveyard marshal. Untap land for the prayer. Not an untap land, so 0% chance. If it was an untapped land, there's like a chance they could have messed up with like a bad attack or a bad block or something, because like Liliana's Mastery into Liliana's Mastery's a lot of damage that you aren't expecting, but they did not. It was appearing like this deck just can't beat the removal spell Scarab God decks. Well, why could it? Like, none of the creature decks can beat that. Like, it's perfectly reasonable that we can't beat that. Still didn't hit our land. If we did our land, I really think we had a chance. Alright, they have a removal spell too, so that's just game. Can't even consider trying to go. Alright, let's get these out of the deck. Let's get this out of the deck. We'll try this thing again. Still don't think it's particularly great, and it's probably not good enough. Actually, no. I think maybe I would just rather have the Sorcerer's Spyglass. Having something that can deal with Scarab God seems like it's better than having something that can deal with Glint. Alright, we'll keep it. We have a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. Again, we have 4 lands in our opening hand, though. We gotta stop drawing more lands than spells, or we're not going to get anywhere with this. What is SP? Oh, you're saying Esper. The real question with Grixis is a Bolas better than Teferi? It's kind of hard to say one's better or not than the other because they're very different. Like, the cards do different things. And when we curve out, the deck seems reasonable. I probably wouldn't play Champion of Wits in the pure Grixis build, but we don't know they're the pure Grixis build yet. They've not showed us anything to like indicate that. Kind of sucks. They get to kill the Scrounger, but even if we miss the land next turn, we can Mimic and Scrounger. That's the worst case here. Just trying to use my mana as efficiently as I can. They could be. I mean, that's a possibility. I was just saying I think that's the better build of the deck. They didn't put anything in the graveyard that's good. This continuing to constantly not hit my land is a real treat. Just give me my 5th land one game when we have an actual 5-drop in our hand so we can just win, please. It doesn't seem like a lot to ask for. Could have killed Liliana there. Or, sorry, couldn't kill Liliana there because I couldn't use the Lord of the Curse yet. Misspoke. But I wonder if it was worth it to just like not attack with the Mimic to have that possibility. But putting them at 4 seems pretty good too. Not super concerned about that. Can we just get our thing? Yes. The answer is yes. They left negates in. I'll whine. Face! We don't care about no planeswalkers. Give removal spell 2. What a tilt. The opponent's making this game a lot harder than it should be. And they have a Nicobolus now. Alright, so we actually are going to lose this game. Wow. We are actually going to lose this game. Like, this game's over. We're locked out now. And even when I kill that, they can just buy it back. So that killing it doesn't even do anything? We're like actually locked out. Alright, we can't beat these infinite removal spell decks. So if that's how the format's going to be, do not play an aggro deck. I don't think attacking Liliana earlier would have helped any. Because their zombies didn't do too much. What? Not a chance. Well, that's all the meta can be. Wait. How does that make the meta bad? Or how does that make blue-white horrible? Blue-white would smash the zombie deck and it would smash Grixis. Like, blue-white should be perfect if that's what you're saying the format is. It will not beat blue-black control, but it'll beat, or blue-black mid-range, but it'll beat actual Grixis. Keep. Hand's terrible, but you can't mulligan that type of hand. There's no chance that the Grixis list can beat it. They're not very close to blue-black mid-range at all. Most of the Grixis list aren't running cards like Champion of Wits, and those are the cards that beat you. Like, blue-white doesn't lose to a couple discard spells or whatever. They lose to things like Champion of Wits. And most of the Grixis lists don't have Champion of Wits that I've saw. They're all playing like Whirler Virtuoso. Which is one of the reasons that I think the blue-black mid-range with Bola Splash is better. He double blocks. That's great for us. Could have got an extra point of damage in, but I was trying to get the blowout from the double block. I agree with you, Murph. That's one of the reasons that I was making my comment that we can beat actual Grixis. We can't beat blue-black splash, but we can beat actual Grixis. I kind of want to attack this with both. I don't really think that gets me very many places. I'm just going to do this. I think I would trade one of these for one of those. Whoops, I stacked that wrong. That was stupid of me. Stacked that wrong. That was just silly. Not sure if that trade was worth it. Alright, well, the history is not particularly good. Would love to draw an untapped land now. That would be great. Untapped land. So I definitely want to kill a Johnny here. And what is the best way to kill a Johnny here? Let's just play another Lord. Then I have to trade like one of my guys, and I don't really want to trade one of my guys. Can guaranteed kill a Johnny if I do this. Like it plays around even a fatal push. Going forward, do I care more about the knight? Yeah, sure. So this plays around a fatal push. Hey Boot, what's up? Getting smashed. We've lost to two Scarab God decks in a row. I just don't think that Zombies isn't fast enough to be able to beat things like Scarab God plus removal spells. Alright, so we were right to play around Fatal Push. It was the only way to kill the Johnny that turn. Now if they just have a follow-up of Johnny, then we've spent a whole lot of effort to fail. Boom. Willing to trade this for either of those. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm actually surprised that I was successful. This one of Metallic Mimic's been doing a lot of work. It's kind of just been going crazy. What are they doing? That's the lifelinky one, right? I don't want to trade that with my Lord, so I guess I just take it. Could have traded it with Metallic Mimic, I guess. This makes all his blocks really bad. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to offer this one. I guess like they can, if they double block this and then like single block this, they'd still be alive. I'm fine with it. I was, because I think this is like the first time in 8 years that I've even had the internet for 365 days in a row. That's the part that surprised me. Like I didn't think I would fail at it in regards to like me not showing up. I just thought I would show up one day and the internet not be working, or like me not have power or something. Like I live in a pretty wooded area, and like power lines and stuff come down in bad storms, and like when there's winters here, like they can't even keep the roads clean and stuff. So that's kind of how I expected to fail. Don't think I want you or you versus what we saw. That has to be good versus some knights, I guess. They have a lot of legend creatures in their deck. I think you're kind of good here as well. What don't I want? I kind of don't want that Metallic Mimic, even though it was insane. But if they don't have a lot of spot removal, like maybe it's even better. I choose you. Random 3 power dude's probably worth keeping, though. Just take out another removal spell. I want to draw. I could take out a land. 24 land. We brave. We brave. This hand's pretty solid. It like gets it gets blanked by a Knight of Grace pretty hard, but that's okay. We have some dead lands, so like, you know, maybe a Knight of Grace won't solo beat us. This one. Could have curved like 1, 2, 3, and then like maybe hit something for 4 and played this on 5 and get value. But if for some reason he attacks with this, there's a lot of things this could attack through. That's not one of them. Alright. Well, opponent's got the shields up. Maybe I need to bring the cast downs in, even though they run like a million legends. Like, there's so many legends in those decks. We could almost attack. Oh well, they picked the Knight of Malice. Another scrap heap scrounger doesn't do it. Hey, that's what we want to draw. We want to draw one of those. Night Lord, go. Night Lord's good. Well, I think this is a safe block. Kind of have to kill the Night Lord anyway, and I can use this exile ability. So this going to the graveyard's kind of irrelevant. Just gonna kill this one, I think. I'm just gonna attack with these two. Just trading my turn to deal damage. Make sure that's not sorcery or anything. I can press F6 if I do it now. I'm upgrading my blockers. That's into Johnny. Glad we saved our Never. Though I think, regardless of saving the Never or not, this game's going to be very, very hard. Ooh. Guess we have to kill this one first. Let's turn this thing into a zombie. I don't know why they're not attacking with this. Like, this game's over by a lot now if they've just attacked with this, I think. I mean, they're in no danger. Anyway, like, we're still just lose. We can't ever win this game. Is there any reason to even show him this? Nah, I still just don't have very good blocks. Scrappy Scrounger seemed real bad. I'm just going to put arbitrary removal spells in. Hey, Panda. Panda Trance, thank you for the host. Appreciate it. Just random removal spells. We'll bring the land back in on the play too, because like curving seems important. Oh, can't keep that. Can't keep... I'm going to keep this. I know I shouldn't keep it, but I don't think we can beat their deck on 5 cards anyway, so we have to try to get a little bit lucky. I would rather keep a hand that I think's possible to beat them and hope to draw lands than like mulligan and hope to get lands and cards. So at least we have one of the two things in this scenario. But it looks like we're about to be 0-3. I think we won a game every round. Oh well. We needed to hit 2 lands in 3 turns and we hit 1, so probably dead now. They follow up with basically any spell this turn, we can just scoop and go on. I don't think that's enough to scoop to. Don't get me wrong, we're probably dead, but I'm not going to scoop to it. Actually, I am. We're just dead. We have no out. Even if we got to pick what we drew the rest of the tournament. Alright, so this deck doesn't seem remotely competitive, but... So the thing is, I think if we just played a red deck, we're probably 3-0. Is it still just like if you just play Chain Whirler decks, you win? We'll keep this hand, even though it's a bit awkward. Hope to draw a 1-drop on turn 1. If we win game 1, we'll go ahead, or if we win one of the games, we'll tell them not to scoop and all that, but we won't waste our time. Another Spire Bluff Canal. So it's a Wizards deck. We probably can't beat that either, can we? At least on the draw. Excuse me. Just extra 4 damage to my face right there is pretty aggressive. It kind of says a lot about their hand. I'll turn 28. Wonder if I play 28 total turns in our like 7 games or whatever we've played. We've played more than 7, but don't think I'm gonna attack here. I'm certainly not attacking now. I don't think I was attacking before either, so it doesn't change too much. They just have main deck cancel. So we're paired versus a budget deck. The art on that cancel is kind of sweet. I hadn't saw that before. Didn't buy any Zendikar packs or anything, so haven't ever drafted it. Short. Next is a Fade OP. Pretty interested in trying that card. In something. Probably like Man Approach. Are they saving that thing as a blocker now? No, no, no. Oh, they have a cancel too? Oh, it's the Spell Pierce. That equally sucks. Alright, let's see if we can get this game over with before they draw whatever they need to beat us. Whoops. Accidentally pressed F6 there. My bad. I'm going to miss 2 points of damage. 2 points of damage is irrelevant, but still, a mistake is a mistake. Alright, I didn't miss any points of damage then. Yeah, that was just clicking the wrong button. Yo. Let him know that we're going to scoop it up. I think I want the extra stuff in this. I don't think I want that. Keep. Another 4-land hand. We're drawing a lot of 4-land hands. Let's shoot Nexus of Nate's cost or Nexus of Fate's cost on Moto. You can only get them from treasure chests, right? And like they're probably going to be a popular EDH card. Still guessing like less than $3. Oh wow, $23. Crazy. Is that the first or second most expensive card in M19 then? It's not technically M19. It's the second. Nicobolus is at 28. That's a good one. But they probably won't have a counter spell, so like they didn't leave up mana for a spell pierce or whatever, so it's not the end of the world. I wonder what I was in treasure chest right now. I don't even know how to look that up anymore. There used to be a place you could go click and look that up. Put a card on bottom and then played another land. Hopefully it's not Spell Pierce. It's not Spell Pierce. Sweet. So we're going to go to 5, and we're going to have to fade some burn spells and fade some flyers, but no searches, wow. We can beat one flyer now. So you get 1 point of damage in if they all out attack. So I doubt they'll do that. I attack you. Yep, it is legal on MTGO. Has been for a few days now. Hopefully our opponent doesn't concede, because I assume the game's over, but considering they can draw burn spell, well, never mind. They can't read and they conceded. So now we have to feel bad. That's the one bad thing about playing the rest of these matches on stream for, you know, playing these matches for the stream. Like, sometimes people don't concede and I feel terrible. Or, sorry, sometimes people don't let me concede and I feel terrible. But all I can do is tell him not to. I can't make him read the chat or anything. Not doing very well with this deck, though. We just got, like, smashed on by a bunch of Teferi, or a bunch of, Scarab Gods. And then a black-white history deck. Or one Scarab Ground. Or, sorry, one Scavenging Ground. Alright. Because we have a Scry, I guess this hand's better than the last hand by just a little bit. We have 25 lands. Maybe I'm supposed to keep that last hand. Already looks like it's probably going to be a Scarab God deck again. And we don't have land 2, so what are we supposed to do? Since we're not beating these Scarab God decks at all, I think we're going to try the Doomfalls and stuff this time instead of just trying to be faster than them. That's not been working. On the positive note, if we hadn't hit lands with the other hand, we wouldn't been able to resolve a spell either, so... That's weird that they would pick our hand. Like, obviously none of our spells are good here. Why not just prevent the 2 damage? Don't think it matters whichever one you choose. Oh, wow. That one Scavenging Grounds in our deck coming back to bite us yet again. This was a swamp. We could have kept game 1 and we can play things now. Just realized there's not a Bloodfast in the sideboard of this deck. I don't know if I like that. Let's cast the most expensive one. Assume it's going to get contempted and he's going to stay at 18, but whatever. It's certainly not going to... I'm certainly not dealing damage this turn. It'll be 18 or higher at the end of combat. Have more lands in play and more cards in hand, which is kind of mind-blowing. This is a Scarab God, we'll just concede. For the Liliana, I don't think we concede. I think this is the more efficient use of our mana. Guess I'm just going to attack Liliana. If they have a Gear Hulk, we'll concede, because we're too far behind to beat a Gear Hulk. Alright, what do we want? So I was going to try to go bigger and see how that works out. Still probably ain't going to actually play the Duresses though. You're kind of medium, you're kind of medium. I think I want you. A million 3-drops if we do this. Huh. 2 more cards. Alright. Whatever. Alright. Of course, we still have 27-ish creatures, so that makes about sense. Again, we have a good hand. Will we draw lands? It's a 25 land deck. Probably tilted enough that I would almost concede if we just don't draw lands. I wouldn't, but yeah, I'm a bit on tilt. Like, we've definitely saw this deck's capable of doing powerful things in that, but like, we've not been remotely consistent or anything. Why go to the block phase and waste everybody's time? That's frustrating too. I'm already tilted, so even like wasting 3 of my seconds aggravates me. That compounds it tonight because I'm a little salty. Actually, don't know if casting Lord of the Curse was correct here. It's probably better just to use my Graveyard Mimic. Or Graveyard Marshal. I think that was a play mistake. Like when they had open mana for an Essence Scatter, they didn't use a removal spell on this. It just had to be a wrong play by me. Like there's no way it was a right play. There's like in no country that getting that Lord counterspelled was correct. Sure. Didn't leave black untapped. So it lets me try this now. So they're either chump blocking or losing half their life. Both are relatively good. Huh. Hey Rex, it's going pretty well. We're getting smashed tonight, but life's going well, so that's something. They have a Gearhulk next turn, we'll have a problem. Really do feel like we beat most non-Gearhulk things from here. Not all, most. I have not saw the Lillian combo, no. I am unaware of what you speak. She's just gonna slam this Eldest Reborn here, even though I get no value out of it. Like, they're just dead on board if they cast a Champion of Wits next turn, so that means we're going to be able to get a Champion of Wits off of it in 2 turns, which I think makes it good enough to keep. Like, the only card we're worried about them casting is basically exactly Gearhulk. Alright, so we beat this. And we get to see another card even. So we played this game badly, but we still got there. They didn't have very many removal spells or anything. Name zombies. So I have to loop Liliana to do that? Or I have to ultimate Liliana to do all that? That's a lot of things to need if I have to have a ultimate of a Planeswalker as well. But yeah, that is in fact infinite damage for sure. Wow. Rudy's playing? I thought all he knows is play Overwatch now. Poor Ruby. Wait, she can ult when I play her? Apparently I've misread her. Huh. I'll be damned. And she doesn't die. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I didn't know that about her. That's news. Alright, so their mana screwed this game. Which is nice for us. Try to time you out in chat. Rude opponent. Wow. Okay. So just smash that and keep going, I guess. Yeah, it feels like we're doing okay this game. Feel like if we just hit land, like it's close to locked, but who knows. JK, not close to locked at all. Actually, it might have been if we just hit land, but we did not hit land, so I'm going to risk it. I will attack. Get blown out pretty bad here if he's got a cast down. But don't want him to just untap and be able to play Scarab and be in such better shape, though. because we're missing our lands. So if he somehow misses land 3 and gets the Scarab God before us, I mean, like, we easily just lose. Can't do anything about that though. As I cuss a little beneath my breath here. Actually, just gonna play both of these. Could have bought back the Scrap Heap Scrounger. It might have been the better play, considering it attacks for 3 regardless of whether I played a Lord of the Curse next turn or not. That probably was the better play. He now has 5 lands before we had our 4th. Guess this one. So now Scarab God's not good enough unless they have a Fatal Push as well, because of the Menace Clause. So since it looks like we're getting pretty close to winning, I definitely hope they read chat and don't concede. It's not 100% over though. They could have sweepers, contempt plus other thing, or something else like a torrential Gearhulk. So I can have Gearhulk here. Alright, Gearhulk's not good enough now. Alright, so they have a Gearhulk here, and we have a Scavenging Ground, so we can block the Gearhulk. Or sorry, we can like stop them from buying back the thing. And then they can only block one thing and they still take 6. So long story short is we've won the game, and I'm just going to go ahead and concede to him because I don't want to knock somebody out of prize support, and I don't know 100% that he read the chat. But yeah, so this game's won, but that's okay. We ended up 2-3, but I don't want to knock somebody out of prize support. But it doesn't matter what they pick here, the Scavenging Ground wins the game. And I was already a little sad that our round 4 opponent didn't read me tell them to not concede. Anyway, the deck was kind of fun. It seemed like it was incredible with some extremely powerful draws, but it felt a little inconsistent. We had a lot of mana issues. I probably wasn't sideboarding right. All of the Scarab God / removal decks just felt miserable, but like I'm pretty sure those decks are just designed to smash creature decks, so I don't know if you can. I don't know how much you can truly improve that match. Maybe better sideboarding. Like, maybe I'm supposed to bring the Doomfalls and stuff in, and I just wasn't. So that could all be on me. I'm not actually sure, but this just seems like a worse mono red. And when I say a worse mono red, it feels like the mono red and the red black decks are just capable of being so much more consistent with maybe a slightly less or maybe even a decent power level difference, but like the consistency seemed overwhelming for those other decks, because those other decks feel like they can play if you get disrupted in the first couple turns, and like this deck felt basically every time that like they just had 2 removal spells or something that the game was over. But I don't know. Anyway, it was fun regardless, and we'll definitely try more zombie decks in the future. But I think that's going to do it for us right now. We'll be back sometime Tuesday. It might be in a couple hours. It might be in a long time from now. I have no idea. But we're going to go host Buttons, who's playing Grixis Control. And when we come back, we'll probably be playing a Grixis deck of some kind. We're very likely anyway. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and enjoy Buttons. Take care, everyone.